we are going to present our assignment 1 entitled The Pedagogy of 21st Century Learning. First of all, what is 21st century learning? A 21st century education is about giving students the skills they need to succeed in this new world and helping them grow the confidence to practice those skills. With so much information readily available to them, 21st century skills focus more on making sense of that information, sharing and using it in a smart ways. The Coalition Partnership for 21st Century Learning has identified skills for today, also known as the 4C skills. The first C is creativity, the second one is critical thinking, the third one is communication, and the last one is collaboration. Creativity is about thinking through information in new ways, making connections, and coming up with innovative solutions to problems. And critical thinking is about analyzing and evaluating information. The communication skills is about understanding things well enough to share them clearly with other people. The last one is collaboration, is about teamwork and the collective genius of a group that is more than the sum of its parts. In order to adapt in contemporary careers, students must be able to demonstrate an ability to work in diverse teams and assume shared responsibility collaborative work. Next, let us see what does the 21st century classroom looks like. The first characteristic of this classroom is it is student-centered classroom. The focus shifted from the teacher to the learner. In traditional classroom, we all know that teachers are the source of information and knowledge. But in student-centered classroom, students are actively engaged in the learning process in a collaborative environment, and teachers act as their guidance and facilitators. The teaching and learning process is personalized for individual students, which means the teachers design lesson plan, learning environment, and assessment that suits their students' needs and learning styles. The second characteristic of 21st century classroom is the technology integration. The purpose of integrating technology into the classroom can make learning more fun and engaging for students, and it helps the teachers to provide students with essential skills that will prepare them for the environment as modern-day workers. For instance, as you can see, we are using technology in this lesson. We are using video presentation, Google Meet, digital graphic, Zoom, and other online platforms and resources. It helps us to develop our communication and public speaking skills. Teachers as facilitators or guidance and also models are also one of the characteristics of 21st century classroom. The role of teachers in the 21st century classroom has evolved. The teachers are no longer the source of information or knowledge. They assist, guides, and encourage the students throughout the learning process. Teachers use myriad of ways to encourage the 4C skills among the students. For instance, asking questions or guiding the students to interpret information in order to develop their thinking skills. Next, 21st century classroom also have flexible learning environment. In the 21st century education, teachers should consider experimenting with seating arrangement and see what works for the students. Seating environment should have positive impact on the students' learning process. For instance, having students to sit in groups is effective to enhance the collaborative and communication skills. The classroom also need to have specific space to discuss reading books and doing arts, so that not only students can focus in class, but they also can do many types of activities in the classroom. They don't need to be outside of the classroom. For instance, they don't need to go to the library to get the books, but instead they only have to stay in the class and read the books provided by the teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, collaborative learning is also one of the characteristics of 21st century classroom. Collaborative learning is when a group of 2 or more students work together to complete an activity, discuss questions, and collaborate on a task. The accomplishment of completing the task given as a group helps students to learn the complexities of solving a problem and promote deeper learning through doing.
Okay, now I will explain about blended learning and flipped learning. Okay. What is the difference between blended learning and flipped learning? First, blended learning is a form of education that takes place both online and in a brick and mortar location. Both of these modalities are integrated into a cohesive learning experience for the students. Um, and then, flipped classroom is a model of a teaching approach that transfers leisure time in the classroom to leisure through video outside of class time. And then, learning and teaching time in the classroom is fully used by students for collaborative activities and reinforcement to students' individually. And next, blended learning priorities the use of technology in learning, while the flipped classroom is more to teacher-student interaction during learning sessions, in such as exams or tests and learning outside the classroom, such as assignments and practical work. Okay.
This is about the idea of the classroom. Repetitions classroom, a ergonomic desk and comfortable chair with comfort to the comfort of students and thereby make them more able and comfort on their assignment. Educators should pick pieces to meet student requirements for their learning and adjust to rewards even when equipping classroom with high quality and stylized school future. These rooms are designed with group desks and effective whiteboard around the perimeter of the room. These rooms, smartboard technology enhance an active learning, like with searching around the room. This screen, this smartboard is the screen is can touch screen. The students can use the smartboard at the same time. This means that can work together to solve problems. In the classroom, there is a library where students can find reference resources in the room. The purpose of the room was created for enable students. Teacher can access and variety of resources. The main purpose of this library is to ensure that all students have good access to books and read information and information technology. Music classroom. Music is part of everyday class life. Children get a lot of benefit. Therefore, these classrooms can help students to show the potency we have. And special spares and equipped music instruments can assist students who learn music. Art classroom. This area is part of the art class. This class is equipped with coloring, painting, and so on. This class also have a television there. The teacher will give them a recording video more than to listen to and make the students to doing by oneself. Small workroom. The classrooms is equipment by technology. The students are given instant access to information around the world that only add to their learning experience. This also purpose of more corporate learning environment. Students getting online be able to share information, collaborate on groups, project, and interact with instrument. And the last is the garden. School garden provide opportunity for students to get involved in growing food and flowers. There is area to relax and can make a student to mind by looking at the green things. Those can keep their mentality from begins to focus on listen. The good the, the good technology is the smart classrooms give ability to teacher to change using in the internet, which is very benefit. They can use it to help students see experience concerns life. For example, such online learning has proved to be a very effective learning experience. Therefore, the technological tools used in smartboard technology is a screen similar to LCD screen, but this smartboard technology has its own software for use by students. Smartboard technology software in specials is software for whiteboard. The students can write, draw, and anything what student want to do it. But not only that, the smartboards can be touched with the use phone figures. With the use of the smartboard can make students love the learning that it's true.